Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Carter Jones. We back. We back. With Carter Jones, one stop shop where we talk everything. Shop. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Y'all wanna know when your boy dropping some more heat. Make sure you follow my sports page, Carter's Playbook. We talk sports, more sports. Follow me on Twitch, Carter Jones 7. If you work overnight, if you up, can't sleep at night, come to Carter Jones. And we up all night, man. 24/7. I've been slipping the last few days, man. Life been lifing. But anyway, man, no excuses, man. We gotta get to it, man. I'm trying to drop like a video like every 2 hours, man, from now till I get to 200,000 subscribers, man. Real talk, every day, a video every 2 hours. We get there, the giveaway gonna be crazy. And I'm talking about an insane giveaway too. And it's gonna be to somebody who really need it, man. Watch, yo. I might do it somebody win instead of me just picking somebody up, man. But we're gonna do both, man. I'm gonna pick somebody I think really need it, and I'm gonna do something with this somebody can win, legit win. We got YNW Bortlen, man. He taking the plea deal, man. If anybody don't know who this is YNW Melly co-defendant, man. And in a double murder trial. When they quote unquote allegedly trying to say they was the shooters. YNW Melly is currently awaiting his second trial to start. His first trial came, and they can't find him guilty, man. And in my opinion, I feel like he should have been let go, man. They didn't prove without a reasonable doubt, man. But it was a mistrial, and the judge made it, because there's two mistrials you could get to it, that they can retry you and they can't retry you. The judge made it to it though they can retry him again. And they still ain't give him a bail, a bond, a bail, whatever you want to call it. Still got my boy locked up. I think he done been in there for like 10 years already. Which is crazy to be locked up for 10 years for something you innocent of. Then you innocent until proven guilty. So as of right now, my boy innocent, man. So you got an innocent person locked up for 10 years, yo, who went to trial, and in my eyes beat the trial because he wasn't found guilty with a jury of his peers, man. And I don't get it, but some people say this right here is gonna hurt him, cause now it's Cody is taking a plea deal. Now, the charges his co-defendant was facing, they were trying to give him like 3 life sentences, a 75-year sentence, and if he take the plea deal, they gonna drop the life sentences. They gonna drop the 75-year one down. And he gonna end up giving him 16 years. Which in the state they only do 85% of that. Mind you, I think they've been in it 10 to 12 years already, and they gonna give him all his jail credit. So he take this, he'll be home in 2 years, yo. lot of people thought he wasn't gonna take it. Now, this mean he gotta tell on Melly for taking it. Who knows? He get up there and tell the truth. The truth could be Melly really ain't do it. And they can't recant back on the deal they giving him because they want him to say somebody did something that they didn't do. Feel me? So, everything is allegedly. This is all my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. Let's get it.
10643, CF10. I've got Ms. Collins, Mr. Privilege present for the state. I've got Mr. Henry, Mr. Nascimento present for Mr. Henry, who likewise is present. So I had set this afternoon for the deadline as to whether or not Mr. Henry wanted to accept the state's offer or not. We're set to go with jury selections tomorrow morning. So Mr. Haddad and Mr. Nascimento will go forward to change your plea this afternoon. And state, is it the same terms that you discussed?
Yeah, because he changing his plea because his plea was not guilty this whole time. He's supposed to been taking it all the way too, like Melly. And I don't know what's up. He got a good attorney. Just like Melly got a top paid attorney, Bortlen do too. Ain't like Melly hung him out to dry and he got no public defender. Bortlen and Melly both got some great lawyers. I don't know what's up, man. Bortlen is ready probably to go home, man. But sometimes when you're innocent, man, you just gotta stick it out, man. And Allah gonna always have it work out in your favor, man.
Previously, is there anything different?
No, Your Honor, that has changed. Correct.
So the preforms to me look like on the 19th case as to the 2 counts of accessory after the fact as well as to all 4 counts in the 23 case. These are going to be adjudications, 10 years Florida State Prison followed by, let's say, 6 years probation.
That's correct.
6 years probation. All counts are run concurrently, all sentences run concurrently with one another. It looks like there's no restitution in the 23 case. In the 19 case, I'm reserving restitution and ordering it payable. That's going to be Terry Bagley as well as Ashley Phillips. Yes, I'm correct.
We've spoken to them and they don't anticipate there being any restitution, but
I'm bad. I close your eyes and try to hear real good.
they are present as well too, so every time they don't inform them.
Okay.
So, as of today, they said there was none.
Part of the state, is that the complete term? That's it?
This is also going to drop for Your Honor, at a later time.
Well, is that part of the negotiated resolution?
It is.
Can you tell me how that was? Sure. Sure. Go on. Madam Clerk, this is not on. Mr. Henry, I'm going to put you under oath, and I'm going to ask you some questions. If I ask you something you don't understand, please let me know. I'll try to ask you a better question, okay? As loud as you can, so the court recorder you've got all the answers, okay? Raise your right.
This the real goat right here. The stenographer, I think that's what they call him. Let me bring it a little closer for y'all. She a real goat, man. For you to be able to sit there and type every word that somebody's saying, that everybody's in there saying. I don't care if you say, ouch. Like, the junk is in there. Yeah, Your Honor, they was going down the street my back hurt. Yeah, they was going down the street. All that shit, everything is in there. Like, everything, yeah.
Yeah. Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? You can put your hand down. Please state your full name. How old are you? How far did you go in school? Do you read and understand the English language? Are you presently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol? Have you ever been treated for a mental illness? Are they giving you any medication in jail right now? How are you feeling this afternoon? Your head is clear? You understand what's going on this afternoon? You understand you're resolved in 2 pending felony cases this afternoon? Mr. Haddad or Mr. Nascimento, have you seen or heard Mr. Henry say or do anything which would call into question in your mind whether you understand what's going on?
Yes. Jordan's on in jail.
All right, so Mr. Henry, it's 2 cases, sir. I'm going to go one at a time. In case number 19-1871 CF10A, this is before the agreement you made with the state, before the deal you made with the state. You were charged as follows. Counts 1 and 2 is murder in the first degree with a firearm. Those are capital offenses. The maximum and mandatory penalty is life in Florida State Prison. Counts 3 and 4 are accessory after the fact of murder in the first degree. Those are each first degree felonies. The maximum penalty is 30 years in Florida State Prison. In case number 23-10643 CF10A, you're charged in count 1, tampering with a witness in a capital felony. That is punishable by life in Florida State Prison. Count 2, directing the activities of a criminal gang.
So far, that would have been 3 lights and 2 30s.
That's a first degree penalty. Again, punishable up to life in Florida State Prison.
4 lights and 2 30s. It's crazy. 4 so far, that would have been 4 lives and 2 30s. Come on, man. Florida don't play.
Count 5 is conspiracy to commit tampering. Again, as it relates to a first degree murder charge, that is punishable by a maximum penalty of life in Florida State Prison. And count 7, unlawful use of a two-way communication device as charged, that's a second degree penalty. The maximum penalty is 15 years in Florida State Prison. So, sir, again, before the agreement you made with the state.
5 lives, 2 30s, and a 15. God dang. 5 life sentences, 2 30s, and a 15. Now tell me what y'all think going on. Y'all found out how much time he about to do.
Before the deal you made with the state, your maximum exposure here was life in Florida State Prison, followed by 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 75 years in Florida State Prison. Sir, do you understand all the pending charges and the maximum possible penalties involved?
2 30, 15, 75.
It's my understanding that you want to resolve both cases today. Is that correct? And that resolution is an agreement you've reached with the state, the terms of which are as follows. Number 1, in the 19 case, you're going to plead no contest to both counts of accessory after the fact. In the 23 case, you're going to plead no contest to all 4 counts as charged. In exchange for that, the state is going to null process, that is, drop the 2 first degree murder cases. All right, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty. Yes, sir. What's happening with that?
That would be no problem.
So he's only going to plead to the tampering with a witness in a capital felony, conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device?
Just the tampering and unlawful use.
Just count 1 and count 7. State, you're going to null cross count 2 and count 5.
Correct.
As it relates only to Mr. Henry.
Correct.
Okay. So Mr. Henry, what it's going to be is 2 counts of accessory after the fact, tampering with a witness in a capital felony, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. In exchange for that, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on the 2 accessory counts as well as the tampering count. I'm going to sentence you to 10 years in Florida State Prison. That will be followed by 6 years of reporting probation. In the unlawful use of a two-way communication device, that's a second degree felony. The maximum exposure. It's the second as charged, I believe. It's a third, except as it relates to a capital case. But I'm happy to look it up. What did you want the negotiated sentence to be for that?
that was just going to be the maximum time, sir.
5 years, is that what you're going to do?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so sir, as to that count, it's going to be adjudication in 5 years in Florida State Prison. So the 2 accessory counts as well as the temporary count, those come with 6 years of reporting probation after the Department of Corrections sentence. I'll give you credit for all the time that you've served in both cases. All of those counts will run concurrently, all those sentences will run concurrently, all counts in all cases, that is at the same time with each other. I'm going to have to impose mandatory court costs. I'm going to order restitution payable to Terry Bagley and payable to Ashley.
Oh, wait, so, Sam, I thought they were doing, I thought they were doing, I don't know, my son be messing up the phone. Say Siri. Unlock the line. Hey Siri. Tell him what he done did to his phone. And it made me forget what I was about to ask them.
Fill up the reservist to the amount. I'm going to give the state 120 days to tell me the amount of that restitution. If they fail to do so within 120 days, there will be no restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys agree on the amount, I will impose that as another condition of your sentence to pay back that restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys do not agree on the amount, I will conduct a restitution hearing. Sir, lastly, and I want to make it very clear on the record, and it's unrelated to this negotiated change of plea, I guess at some point after the fact, the state wants to take a proffer from you or have a discussion with you, ask you some questions about whatever that may be. What I want you to understand, sir, is I guess that's part of this negotiated resolution, but your answers to any of those questions, whatever they might be, have no bearing on me and have no bearing on this negotiated resolution. In other words, the deal you negotiate is the deal you negotiate, and that's the volume. Do you understand all that, sir? Have you had enough time to talk to your lawyer?
Wait, so he don't got it.
I guess at some point after the fact, the state wants to take a proffer from you or have a discussion with you, ask you some questions about whatever that may be. What I want you to understand, sir, is I guess that's part of this negotiated resolution, but your answers to any of those questions, whatever they might be, have no bearing on me and have no bearing on this negotiated resolution. In other words, the deal you negotiated.
With such great offers, DraftKings is the place for those who love college football. I love college football.
Have you had enough time to talk to your lawyers about all that? They've answered all your questions? You're sure that that's what you want to do? Because I want to emphasize, Mr. Henry, and I'm going to do this again at the end of my plea colloquy. Whether you resolve the case by way of a negotiated plea or an open plea to me, or you resolve the case by way of a trial, it doesn't matter to me at all. But due to the resources that have been devoted to this case, I have 250 jurors summoned for jury duty starting tomorrow. So I want to be very thorough with you here this afternoon, because if you wake up tomorrow or the next day and you decide you changed your mind and you want to resolve this case, both cases, by way of a jury trial, that's not going to happen. All right? If you want to have a trial, the trial starts tomorrow. If you want to accept the deal, you can accept the deal today.
Yeah, they come
It's not going to be buyer's remorse, in other words, because I've given you plenty of time to think about this, talk to your lawyers about it, talk to your family about it. I talked to you about it last week. Kind of looks like the lawyers probably did something or other to get a better disposition for you as of this afternoon, but this is it today.
Oh,
so
wow.
understanding all that.
I know what I was about to ask. It's Android. I'm at the iPhone. Android, get on there sometimes. It takes so long to, like, catch. I gotta get the case for this one. This Android made a whole bunch of glass. bad. I'm about to see how long. So I think he only been locked up for 6, I think. At the time of his arrest, YNW Bortlen was just 20 years old. He spent more than a year in jail before being released on bond in 2020. That's why I don't got that much jail. So it seemed to me that he wasn't even with them when it went down. It seemed like for him to have been doing witness tampering, he had to have been on the street. YNW Bortlen, an associate of YNW Melly, who was also facing trial for 2 counts of first unarmed, because if YNW facing it, he'd been locked up too. But 2 counts of first degree murder was arrested in Miami-Dade. On Monday, police arrested Bortlen on a warrant accusing him of witness tampering. And the Sun sent in a report.
Have you got enough time to talk to your lawyers about all that? That's what you want to do? So, sir, has anyone forced you, threatened you, or coerced you with entering these pleas? If I accept your pleas, there will not be a trial in either one of these cases. Do you understand that? If I accept these pleas, there's a whole bunch of constitutional rights you are giving up. I want to make sure you understand all of those rights. You have the right to maintain your plea of not guilty and have a trial in each case. You have the right to present defenses, to file motions and other pleadings in support of your defense. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to have the state prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses against you. You have the right to appeal any decisions that I may have made up to this point, or any rulings I might make in a future trial. But understanding by entering this negotiated resolution today, you are giving up all of those rights. The matter is going to be resolved today, right now, this afternoon. Is that what you want to do? Are you satisfied with your lawyers? Have you had enough time to speak with them? Have they answered all your questions? Are you satisfied with all the work that they have done for you? Sir, I've got 2 identical plea forms here entitled Plea of Guilty or No Contest to Criminal Charges in Circuit Court. Each one has your name on the top, your initials on the left-hand side, front and back, and your signature on the back.
So no contest is him he's not pleading guilty, or he's not pleading not guilty. So, that's so far from what I understand. He's not pleading guilty, or he's not pleading not guilty to something. However, at later on date, he can't go back can't go back.
Did you go over both these forms? Any questions about what's on either of these forms? Is that your signature on the back of each form? Sir, there's a few things that I need to tell everyone that I take a plea from. They may or may not apply to you. If you are not a citizen of the United States, these pleas will result in your deportation. Do you understand that? Under the provisions of the Civil Rights Act, if the offenses to which you are pleading are sexually violent or sexually motivated offenses, or if you've been previously convicted of such offenses, then these pleas will subject you to an involuntary civil commitment as a sexually violent predator upon completion of your sentences. Do you understand that? If these are the drug offenses, the Department of Motor Vehicles will revoke your driver's license for a period of 1 year. Do you understand that? Sir, paragraph 11 of each form that you signed reads as follows. I acknowledge that my attorney and I have reviewed any discovery disclosed by the state. My attorney and I are unaware of any physical evidence for which DNA may exonerate me. In other words, sir, if there's any physical evidence in the case that we could test for DNA, that DNA evidence would not tell me that you were not one of the people in that vehicle when these crimes occurred. But actually, the opposite would be true. If there was any such physical evidence that could be tested for DNA, that DNA evidence would tell me that you were one of the two people that was inside this vehicle when these crimes occurred. Sir, do you agree with that statement? State, do you agree with that statement?
Yes.
Defense, do you agree with that statement? Mr. Henry, understanding everything that I have talked to you about up to this point, do you still want to go ahead and resolve both cases today, right now? Defense, is he stipulating?
In court, pleading no contest or nolo means a defendant agrees to be found guilty and accept the penalties without admitting guilt for the crime, while it functions like a guilty plea for a criminal case. It importantly prevents that plea from being used as an admission or fault in a separate civil lawsuit, which is the main reason the defendant would choose this option. It importantly prevents the plea from being used as an admission of fault in a separate civil lawsuit, which is the main reason a defendant would choose
Relating to a factual basis for the purpose of each plea in both cases.
Yes.
And if he's entitled to a PSI defense, are you going to waive that as to each plea?
Absolutely.
State, is there anything else that you need me to do before I take this plea?
Wait.
Okay. So Mr. Henry, again, two cases, we're going to do one at a time. In case number 19, 1871 CF10A, as to count 3, accessory after the fact to murder in the first degree, and as to count 4, accessory after the fact as to murder in the first degree. How are you going to plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? In case number 23, 10643 CF10A, as to count 1, tampering with a witness in a capital felony, and count 7, unlawful use of a two-way communication device. How are you going to plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? I will accept your no contest pleas as to each. I'm going to find a factual basis to support each based upon my review of each electronic probable cause affidavit as well as your stipulation in court here today. I'm going to further find that you have freely, voluntarily, and intelligently waived your rights, that you have knowingly entered each plea with the advice of competent counsel who you told me that you are satisfied with, that you understand the nature of the charges and the consequences of the plea. Accordingly, in pursuant to the negotiated agreement, I will sentence you as follows. In case number 19, 1871 CF10A, as to count 3 and count 4, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in Florida State Prison. That will be followed by 6 years of reporting probation. I will impose mandatory court costs. Pursuant to 943.325, I will need a set of your prints and DNA. Pursuant to 938.27, I will impose a cost of prosecution of $100. Sir, I'm also ordering restitution in that case payable to Terry, Terri Bagley, Bagley, and Ashley, Ashley Phillips, Phillips, and reserving as to the amount.
So they giving him 10 years. He should be coming home, and this the end of 25. He should be coming home in 2026 then. He'll be coming home next year, which is crazy. And they still got my boy W Melly bagged in there, man. They might as well let the bull go, man. Yeah, look at the bull, man. Let him go. Come on, man. Like, one plea deal could change everything. Got my boy saying, don't do it. Whatever. Don't do it. That, man. On that murder trap shooting. Reconstruction is bad for Melly. Man, they been saying this since the trap started. Everything is bad. Everything is looking bad for him. I ain't got a good lawyer. Sure, he had a great one. He had some money. I don't really think of what. But, can't even speak on it because I kind of forgot exactly what.
Give the state 120 days to tell me the amount of the restitution. If they fail to do so within 120 days, there will be no restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys agree on the amount, I will impose that as another condition of your sentence to pay back. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys do not agree on the amount, I will conduct a restitution hearing. That will conclude that. In case number 23-10643 CF10A, as to count 1 and count 7, I will adjudicate you guilty. Count 7 is a sentence of 5 years in Florida State Prison. Count 1 is a sentence of 10 years in Florida State Prison, followed by 6 years of reporting probation. I will impose mandatory court costs in that case as well. I will not impose the cost of prosecution in that case as I just did so in the previous. Pursuant to 943.325, I will need another set of your prints and DNA. All of these, there is no restitution in that case. All of these sentences, all counts, both cases, will run concurrently, that is at the same time with each other. I will give you credit for all the time that you have served. State, in 191871 CF10A, your announcement as to counts 1 and 2.
They seem to have like, what the damn phone was up? They seem to have, they seem to, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna say they seem to like him because he could be about to tell. Because they only want Melly, it seemed like, man. So they're willing to let a boy go. It seemed like they want Melly. So even if, oh boy, let's say they was, something happened, Melly ain't do it by herself. So they want, just because Melly is the biggest celebrity, and mind you, to be real, Melly ain't even hit his peak yet when he got locked up for this. Nowhere near the peak with talking about stardom, money-wise. Like, nowhere near. He got these top lawyers because these artists knew he was going to be something special just from the songs he did drop. People still listening to him to this day, women and men. Feel me? So they investing in him, hoping he come home, man, and just making him comfortable for him, man, because man, definitely ain't do that, man. Why would he need to when he started the group? I don't get it. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It case number 23-10643, CF10A, state your announcement as to count 2 and count 5.
Safety hospital complex, everything else is on.
I think that concludes all the matters stated. Is there anything else that you need me to do regarding Mr. Henry in either case?
Sometimes it's gonna rain. I don't wanna go to bed without you.
I'm looking at the plea forms, the 23 case, they have 707 days credit for time served, and the 19 case, 1,340 days credit for time served.
That's not trying to use that for.
So listen, my fee hearing docket is at 3:30 p.m. So
We've already spoken with the advisory person in your board.
okay. I mean, I was going to make it available if you wanted to do it now.
I think.
Okay. So their turn. Anything else from the defense on behalf of Mr. Henry? All right, Mr. Henry, I'm not quite sure how your lawyers managed to do this, but I wish you good luck, sir. Yeah, he'll be on Mr. Nesbitt and Mr. Haddad. We'll have a probation officer here tomorrow. He'll be on my docket tomorrow morning for the instructions on probation. So I will sign all the paperwork if you want to stick around for that. We're otherwise going to be in recess till 3:30 p.m. The fee hearing docket starts at 3:30 p.m. So I'll be in a recess until then.
I'm Abigail Spanberger, mom to 3 girls in public school. Nothing matters more to me than the safety of all our kids. And as a law enforcement officer, I went after child predators. So it really angers me to hear these lies about who I am. I believe we need to get politics out of our schools and trust parents and local communities. As a mom and as your governor, I will be focused on making our schools the best.
Y'all let me know what y'all think, man.
That's all the charges.
That's the end of the video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. After all these years, man, he wanted to plead guilty, man. He was looking at 5 life sentences, 2 30s, and 15. So 575. 5 lives and 75 more years. Damn, man. Right, it's like if you don't be technical. Okay, a lot of people don't let it be 75. Plus he already 26. So 75 was 26. Yeah, now that's just crazy, man. Yeah, that's crazy, Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel, man. It's your boy, Jordan John Liskins. I'm thinking about it, man, because you held it down all this time, B. And then you just going, like, I mean, I can't say you're going to tell. Maybe you got good old ace up the sleeve. You feel me? I don't know. But it's just crazy. And these prosecutors, cops, none of these people are not your friends. Baby, I don't want to go to bed without you. They're not your friends, man. And I know all that time sound like a lot, B. And then you like, man, 5 years and 75 more, 5 lives and 75 more years or next year. Like, feel me? Because they're giving him all his jail credit. So he ain't only giving him 6 years probation. Shit, he gotta be giving up the motherfucker who made the gun. For real, right? He gotta be, he probably, man, he giving up General Motors, man. He was the one that made that model that year, man. I'm telling you, when the person put on the tinted windows on the car, you know, I wasn't stolen. Somebody we knew bought that car, you know, putting a plate on it. I can tell you, all 5 hands that Teddy been through. Like, it's something, bruh. For him to be getting off this easy, bruh, it was 5 lives in 75 years, bro. And he eligible to come home tomorrow. And all her was 6 years probation. 6 years probation. Damn. I just can't get over it, yeah. I swear I can't. After I think about it, yo. It just got me in awe, yo. It really do, man. It got me in awe, like, damn. Yo, that's sick, yo. But, y'all know what it is. It's your boy Carter Jones. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Y'all go to my sports channel, Carter's Playbook. Subscribe over there. Hit me, follow, subscribe to my Twitch channel, Carter Jones 7. Like I said, if you work overnight, if you up late and you can't sleep, come to my Twitch page and get a sneak peek. And we gone.